Come on in here. Come on and sit down. Trying to help y'all tap into your true divinity. Okay. Very good question. Let me help you understand. Those words, depending. Okay, let's first start. People keep referencing the Bible. Okay. Okay. And people keep saying things like, I don't know why y'all religious Bible people, this and that. I'm spiritual. So I think people are confused. One who is spiritual is not religious in the sense of they're not listening to someone else to be shown God. It's okay. People have taken things too literal. The Bible was never meant to be literal. It's very much so metaphorical. So there's still some connecting one must do to understand this. And I got this. You talk about God, but you're spiritual. God created us, right? That means everything within us. The Holy Spirit, right? That's a part of the I am God consciousness, Holy Spirit. You can't say I am and don't believe in God. So people who say, why should I fear a creator that supposedly made me? That's disrespectful. God is not to be questioned. That's why. But I'll take a step further and say the Bible is not meant to be taken literally as people are taking it. Those who have eyes will see, and those with ears will hear. That's what the Bible is to be taken for. That's how it's to be looked at. The Bible is the blueprint to the chosen ones' understanding of who God is for themselves. That's why you can have 5 different people read the Bible and get a different message on the same chapter or passage or verse, because those with eyes see and ears hear. Now, yes, that even includes the Bible. When you're reading the Bible, once you realize you have the eyes to see what's really being said to you, it's individual. The Bible is an individual tool, just like tarot. I mean, the tarot comes from the Bible. People don't know that though, but it does. The tarot is the Bible. Okay. So, they did that on purpose. Most people know that touch these tarot cards. Just like most people who read the Bible and think that it's hogwash are practitioners who know how to use the Bible's passages to do ritualistic dark shit. It's all the same thing. Now, why you should fear God? Hello. Because that's the only way you're gonna know that he's real. God is all encompassing, right? Which means, why should I fear something that made me and created me? You wouldn't have the soul or spirit in your body without God. That's why you should fear him. You wouldn't be free to do what you're doing right now. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have this spirit. You wouldn't have this breath to talk the shit. That's why you should fear him. All of the things that we have, we could not have if any of those key points aren't actualized and respected. That's why you should fear God. The person who is not one with their creator will say a statement like that, because you must have, this is how you can tell. I'm trying to tell you, everybody out here be talking about God and chosen and Christ consciousness, but then we'll say something like that and they'll just show that they're not that. So don't be out here ignorant, chosen ones. Learn. So you don't be out here sounding and looking like you don't know what you're talking about. Spirituality is not going to church and listening to a pastor preach the word. No, that's religion. That's what religious people do. They go to a building and they listen to someone that they look up to give them the word from God. And they trust that it's that. Doesn't mean it's true. Many times, I'm just going to leave it alone. Anyways, many times us spiritual people learn once we move away from the church, meaning listening and believing in something that we can't see by a mere person that looks like us. Spirituality takes us out of that group, right, and puts us in one of our own, where the people who don't understand what the religious blah blah is can find out for themselves. See, everybody doesn't get called to spirituality. God doesn't need everybody to see who he is, because God doesn't want people to question him. He wants people to be guided to know him intimately, one-to-one. And that's why every chosen child of God that seeks him out and finds him will have a different experience with him. Okay. So why should I fear God? Because that's where wisdom starts. When you start talking to God, he's going to tell you some things. Some of them will put fear in your heart. It's meant to. Because he's like, I am real. There's no one other than me. A healthy fear of the Lord means when you know who God is, then you know what he's about. Now let's take it a step further. You know what he's about because you know what he's done for you. I wouldn't want to be on God's side. Look at the shit we be talking about. Okay? I wouldn't want to be on the side of doubting, questioning God. Seeing what I know, seeing what I've been told, and seeing how God move when you don't listen to him. That karma hit, when that shit come around again, because it always does. That's why you should have a healthy fear of the Lord. And you learn that as you get to learn him more. God doesn't want us trembling in our boots, and it's not fear-mongering. Somebody said that's fear-mongering. No, what you're doing is deceiving. You're a false prophet. We should all have a healthy fear of the Lord, because with that, we become righteous, and we stand upright and do the right thing, and we fear doing the wrong thing because we know God is watching. That's why you have a healthy fear of the Lord. Anything other than that, it is not healthy. Anything other than that, it's not healthy. So I don't know what people are being taught out here, but here's some knowledge for you. That's why you should have a healthy fear of the Lord. If you believe in God, you should fear those things. That's why there's a lot of people out here talking about God this, God that, and do the most detestable shit. They don't know God. Because if they did, they would fear all the shit that they're doing. But they have no fear because they know no God other than themselves. See? Have a good one. That's why.